Hey, today we're working on the MPC Trike series. We are working on the Mailbox Trike. We are going to start assembling it. I am not painting it as I'm keeping it red, white, and blue. So the majority of it's going to be white anyway as well. So we're going to go ahead and start it out by doing exactly what it says, which is instructions number one. It appears that the engine is totally 100% chrome here. So let's grab the chrome out and get all the pieces off. So let's see, we're doing these two, these two, this one, and there might be two others pieces. Let's see. Oh, there's the pan. There's one we're doing. There's one. So we're doing that one. Okay, so let's pull all these parts off and get going. So we're doing instruction number one, which is the engine. It doesn't say. It says instruction number 17, 16, 15, 14. I'm sorry. 15, 16, 17, 21, 19, 21, 22, and 24, which are going to be this one is going to be number 24. We're also going to be doing, ooh, looks like it's got a little bit of extra sprue on here, so we're going to have to watch out when you pull that off. I'm just going to kind of build this up real quick and just kind of starting the video up just to have something to do while I'm waiting on tomorrow's show. Guys, if you don't want to miss it, tomorrow we start back on our show, 10 a.m. Facebook. For those of you who are on Facebook and my show, on my morning shows, please feel free to go and ask to join. You have to be a model builder or a subscriber. I'm sorry, a model builder or a collector at least to be in our group. We'd appreciate you to answer our questions and follow our rules. There aren't very many. That's all just because we want everyone to have fun. So I'm removing right now. We're working on the MPC Trike series, as I said. We're working on the Mailbox Trike. It's going to be red, white, and blue, and I'm going to leave the chrome engine and paint everything else in scheme of red, white, and blue. I also will be putting up some pictures of some decals that I have, as well as some of the decals that belong on the bike that I will be using. So right now we're working on the engine, which is instructions number one. I don't know if you guys, here we go. Let's get it to where you guys can see that. We are working on the engine on instructions number one. I'm going to go ahead and turn my light back on and turn this one off so we can switch it around. Hold on for the darkness. There we go. Now we can see what we're building. It's the Trike, as you can see here. I can leave it like that so you guys can kind of see what we're working on. My next video will have icons and we'll have pictures of it, so you don't want to miss that. Come on out and check it out with us. You'll enjoy it, I promise. I'm going to put build pictures and everything. I hope you guys were able to check out my videos of the build off with Paul Lovelace and myself, the co-founder of Plastic Addictions Anonymous, and myself. We had fun. By the end of it, we were calling it a buddy build, not a build off. It was awesome. We really, really, really had a good time doing it. And I wish my brother the safe travels, and I wish him nothing but lots of plastic love and fun. So right now I'm just trimming off, it looks like a little running board or some sort, or some little injector line of some sort. Just going to check everything for extra sprue, and I don't want to leave anything on there that don't belong. Looks like that should be blue. Watch out peeling this piece off, because it does look like it might hold a belt or something, so watch out, don't knock that piece off. This one looks like it's just sprue, so you can clean it off the top of where it was located. I could be wrong, but I'm not positive, so again, each one of these trikes are pretty much the same, so just keep an eye out on how you work stuff in. Get some glue here, and we'll start putting stuff together. This is a fun little fast build. You know, it might take me a couple of days to do it, but for the most part, it should go together fairly easy. I had a big bubble there on my glue. Glad it popped. There wasn't a whole lot of glue with them out. All right, there we go. That should do it. I can see glue all the way around. I am going to match it up, and there we go. We have the engine block so far. Oops, I think I got it backwards. What in the world is going on here? Okay, there it is. All right, so it goes there like that. There we go. All right. That goes like that. And there you have it. There's the basic engine block itself. All right. So now it goes this way, and it would appear that that's the way they want it to be. So your engine would go this way, the way it shows, and your first head would go on this side. and that would be this piece. So these two pieces go together like so. They go like so. Nope, I'm sorry, they're backwards. They go like so. So these two pieces go together like so, and these two little pins correspond with the one that's on the top there. So I'm going to take a little bit of this, little bit of the paint off of this edge here, just to give it something to glue to, because it is a flat surface. There's little pins in it, so I want it to get a nice bonding. All right. I do not know why my microphone on my camera is not working, but I will fix that before our next show. All right, so we got that covered. Now let's go ahead and scrape these two pieces apart, because we want them to hold up together too. And I know I didn't do the engine block, I missed that one, but from here on out, we make sure that we clean everything off before we put it on the other part. Put a little bit of glue just right where the studs are and right along where the spaces are that you took the chrome off. There we go. Now we try to find exactly how it goes together, which I was thinking was like this. Am I wrong? I am wrong again. So it goes like so, guys. There's only one way it goes. Once it's on there, you have more chrome to pull off because you've got the pins that need to go on the other piece over there. So I would just scratch some of this off as well. Try to clean a little bit of the pin stuff off too, so it gives you a nice bonding. And that should be good. A little bit more maybe. That should be good. I'm just trying to do a fast build just to get a, it's going to be a simple build because I'm just doing red and blue accents on my white. So, okay, so let's see, we got the engine this way by the instruction shows the engine sitting this way, and the pins go onto this side, correct. Okay, so they go onto this side like so. Right in the holes. Oop, this way, my bad, I'm sorry, this way. Right in the holes. Okay, so now we're on, I think? No, we're not on yet. Am I doing the right ones? I may not be doing, I am not doing the right ones. This one goes down to the bottom, so I got to clean that one off as well. So we clean a little bit of this one off in between here as well, between these two pins, because that's where it goes. And try to do a little bit of the pins. So it's the pins in the center, guys, that go to the block. Glue, and we'll clean it all up before we're done. So the pin's only going one way, and the engine is going to either look even and square, or it's going to be off. So it doesn't look right, flip them around. There we go. You see they fall right into place. We got the engine block in the right place and got those in the right place. They fall right where they go. All right, so the next thing to go on would be this. Doesn't say what it is again. It just shows where it goes, and I've already cleaned, so I just add a little bit of glue just to tack it up just a little bit. Spread it kind of around. And I can put this one into place. Now, when I'm all done with this, I can go ahead back and clean it up a bit, and I'm going to add some little bit of blue and a little bit of red on it just to give it a little bit of a watch. You might want to let this set up a little bit minutes too, because I'm having problems getting it to actually. Okay, flip it over. If it doesn't fit correctly, it only goes on one of two ways, guys. So you should be able to figure it out. There we go. That's a lot of chrome, but you guys know me. I like it nice and shiny and chromy. Okay, so that's not working, so I'm going to flip it around just back where it was, and that's better. There we go. Now that's the square, nice and neat. So there's the start of your engine. I don't know how well you guys can see it. Let me get a, here we go. Let me get a hold of this, get my big old fingers out of the way. You guys should be able to see it a little better. Okay, there we go. All right, there's your engine. I know it didn't focus well, but yeah, how about that? I'm trying to find a good place for you guys to view it, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. But there's your basic engine. Don't forget this little piece right here, this little knob right here goes. This little knob right here goes downwards. So that's the side of your engine that I'm holding on to. So that goes into there like that. Let me straighten this up just a bit. All right, there we go. That should work. All right, now we got that sitting there like that. We have this part here we're supposed to be putting on, but I'm going to wait until it dries a little bit more. It also shows that there is another piece, a couple other pieces on this reel that must go on it. So let's see. We have a rounded tube, which is number 119. I don't see it on any of this, and I don't see it on any of this. And those are the only two pieces left besides your two housings, so it's got to be on the chrome. So I think that's it right there. Oh, look, the numbers are on the sprues on this one. Look at that. So what I say it was 119. Just let's see if that's 119 right there. That is 117. 15, 17. Can't really tell. That's 24. That is 119 right here. Just like that. That is 119. Okay. The other one's 122, which is just a straight bar. And there's 121 and 122. Do not see 120. I do see 121, and 121 is the one with the skid on this one, this flat side. So we know that's 121, and it goes to the. We'll see when we get everything else on. Okay, so there's 121 and 122. So we're pretty much done with the engine, guys. From what it looks like, we're going to be moving on to the chassis real soon here because there's not a lot. Once I get her all together, as I said, I will put some blue and some red on the engine, but I want to get her all together before I do any detailing so I can see what's going to be hidden and what's going to show. So I'm just going to go ahead and clean these up real quick, just so they're ready to put on. It looks like there's a little bit right there. Oh, looks like it broke off fairly even. I do want to pull that off right there, because that is part sprue. Okay, so that's that. I don't know where that goes yet. This right here, we got to make sure we cleaned up good, and it does look like the sprue kind of came off fairly clean. So we got that covered. Now we got to get the other one, which is the one that's got the pins on it. Check it out. Oh, see, it's got it's got a little bit of sprue on each end. So just pop that off. All right, now these 3 pieces, I think, these 4 pieces, excuse me. These 4 pieces are going to go on the engine, and I do believe the engine will be done. Okay, with the engine facing this way, as it is sitting, I am supposed to put the, like so. Correct, so this is supposed to go like so. Right here on that, right there, just like that. Now, because I'm going to be doing this red, white, and blue, I'm going to go ahead before I glue this into place like this, where it goes there. See how that goes? Kind of goes into the edge there. All right, so I'm going to go ahead while I've got it off and get it onto another alligator clip. Get the end of it that connects to the engine connected off, and I'm going to paint these red so that they stand out. Just the ends of the pipes where the exhaust is, or where the intake is, I'm going to paint them red. I'm also going to do a couple of red spots on the springs and stuff on the thing. So I'm going to do a little bit of here and there as we go. So we got the engine started, so we're going to kind of like go around and do a little bit of detail painting so that we can get things ready to rock and roll. So like I said, I'm just going to kind of drop it over it, let it get right on both sides really good, and then I'll come back in a couple of seconds and I'll clean in between like so. Try to get a little bit more out so that it doesn't have it in any of them. Okay, so we can also get a little bit of a brush. Get a nice thin brush and you get out anything if you didn't want to stay. Yeah, that's pretty nice. I don't like that. Alright, so we got a little bit of red here going on here. I will put white on it, or red, blue on it also as well, probably the tips after it dries. There we go. There we go. Alright, now we're cruising. Alright, now we can make it red again. Sooner or later I'll be able to get that out of there. So it's all nice and painted up. So we're going to set that to the side now. Alright. I decided I want to put a little bit of red on my spring, so I'm just going to make it drop because I am going to use acrylics here. I don't want it to go further than I want it to, so I'm just going to kind of like give everything its coat like I want to now, and then when I get it on the trike, I'll be able to darken it up and make it look more colorful. So while I'm already doing the red, I'm going to go ahead and do that. So tomorrow or the next day, I should be able to do a small video of putting it the rest of the way together. So you guys can check it out. I don't think there's anything else that I want to do red at the moment on here. Oh, wait, maybe the handlebars. I'm going to do the hand grips red. And I will probably do the brakes and stuff like a blue. Okay, so that takes care of that until I get the blue out. What else? Okay, we decided we're going to do the seat red, so I need my bigger brush, which is in my mouth here. I'm just going to take my bigger brush And then when it's dry enough, I'm just going to come back behind it, take away what's on the outside and do it blue. So it's okay if I'm a little sloppy because I'm going to come back behind it and do the blue around it. The bottom blue. This will be red, the seat center. Then it'll have the whites around it. And I will also come back in and do blue on the lower portion of it as the decking, the cab, I guess you would say. So I'm just trying to make sure I don't go out of my lines, and then I'll come back in and fill everything in. There we go. That ought to look pretty good when I'm done. I am using acrylics, and I did water them down for my airbrush, but I still should be able to make it look exactly the way I want it to. I'll come back in a little while with a drier brush, and I'll kind of move it around a little bit more so it's a little bit more spread out. But right now I want it to kind of stay in place till it dries. And then I'll be able to make it look like I want it to with the blue around it and the white. It should look really gnarly, guys. If you guys are following along with this build, a couple of days I'll be doing some more of it probably during the week. Maybe even tomorrow evening. Said right now I'm just trying to get it to get a little bit of red tint around everything, a little bit dark around all the little puff outs in the seat, so that when I come back with my basic wet brush after it's totally dry, I can make it look like I want it to with the stripes along the bed or along the. So yeah, I just got to keep bringing it up till it dries right. There we go. And that's the idea, is to kind of just give it some red and white while it's in there. Then when I put the blue in it, it should look pretty dang good. So I'm trying to get the red inside around it, and then you'll have the white seat with the blue base. That'll look pretty nice. All right, so I need my white, I need my water. I'm gonna take a chance. Oh, look, there's water right there. I know what that is. That's water, so I can put that in the cup and use it. Yep. Okay. Now if I do this right, I should be able to remove some of the red on the seat plats and just have it fall in the middle. That's what I'm trying to really do. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I would like it to have red all throughout. And at the bottom, I'm just going to pick it up and take it out. Yeah, kind of like that. Kind of like picking up the big spots, leaving some of the center pieces of it. All right, that's kind of my idea. And then I'm going to go around out down here with blue. So it's going to be red, white, and blue. So we'll see how that comes out next. So we're going to go from using an acrylic to using a spray bottle that I made from a rattle can, or from an acrylic. I forget which one. I don't know. We're about to find out. It is a dark blue from an acrylic that I made. So we're going to go right around here. The blue. Just doing just the edges and the outsides, nothing big. When I come back with the second coat, it'll look much better. Again, this is an acrylic that I made. I'm only doing the edges. And then I'm going to come back and clean everything up and make it nice and straight. But there you have your red, white, and blue seat. And now that I've got the blue out, I'm going to go ahead and put some blue on the engine while I've got it out. And we ain't got long to go to let this all dry up. And we should be pretty much ready to rock and roll with the Mailbox Trike. I am doing it in US mail format and color scheme. There we go, it's nice and straight. Again, I'm not trying to make it really pronounce the colors. I just want to kind of get them in there. It is a Mailbox Trike, which means other people use it other than the guy who owns it or the guy who does your regular mail. So other people probably use that, doing it at other places. I don't know, theirs might be broke down, or yours might have BC or something of that nature. So now I'm going to clean this one, and I'm going to come back in with a clean brush and kind of straighten up the lines if I can. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Yeah, I'm going to get that off of it too. Get that little messed up spot right there off of it. And we can come back with a little bit of a towel later. This. Kind of get you a clean towel with a nice sharp edge. Like I said, you're going to be moving this around too as well a little bit just to get the color and the shade that you want. Oops, I'm going to lose my engine parts. I'm just waiting for the engine. I'm only doing all this kind of to wait for the engine to be put on, finished off. So we're just going to take the little bit of an edge of a towel. We're just going to wipe it off. Just like this. And to make it a little harsher, a little harder, be able to press it a little more. You can put your knife in it, make a nice point of it, and just kind of rub back and forth to get what you want to off. And when you get to a certain point, you can actually scrape it off if you needed to. Okay, comes right off. Not a big deal. I know you guys can probably hear that. I'm just scraping the edge of it off so that I get anything straight. And I'll let it dry a little bit, and I'll come back in and touch stuff up. On the blue, see how the blue's separating a little bit? But when I'm done, it'll look great. So take off the rest of paint, and we just kind of spread everything out with the damp brush. There we go. And in a little while, I'll take a bit of the paint to make it not as dark off all the way around. Yeah, there we go. See, that's going to look much better. See, that'll look pretty good. Red, white, and blue. So that takes care of that. So, like I said, it's not going to be much blue, not much red, but there's going to be a lot of chrome and a lot of white. Ooh, that's way too far. Holy Toledo. I forgot how full that was. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's see. What are we going to do blue now? Maybe we should do, that's the way it sits in the cart. That's front to back. So let's just do a line. Let's do this. Let's do a line. Cleaned off a lot of things. Let's just do a line here. Again, I'm just trying to put the blue on the engine, nothing big. One here. And we'll do like 4. Yeah, that ought to be pretty good. That ought to look pretty good. We'll do 3 of them. How about that? Just to give it a little bit of blue. Just to give it a little bit of blue. And I'm going to come down here and I'm going to spot this one side as well here, just to also give it a little blue. Because I know that that's going to be sitting like so with the pipe sticking on it. So we should be good with that. All right, so let's let that dry now too. All right, guys, that's it for tonight. I just want to do a little bit of building, do a little bit of a 30-minute vid. Hope everybody enjoyed it. Just tune in for the next one for the Mailbox Trike MPC. And like, subscribe, share, follow, hit that bell so that you get notifications. This is Joe from Plastic Addictions Anonymous with another start of a filmed live here on recorded here, dude. Recorded here on YouTube. Thanks. Bye.